Well, this could be a really scary place for a lot of people. The gym, right? How many of you have had January 1st resolutions, right? New Year's resolutions, and you joined gyms, you joined fitness facilities, you started a class, maybe a spin class, to change your life. And how many after maybe a month or so dropped out? How many of you are not even at the place where you could walk into a facility like this? Your body has just gotten to the point where you just know it's worn out. There's so much pain. There's so much, where do you start? Where do you begin? I know that hurdle because I've had to start over many, many times. My story is my testimony is pretty powerful because I went from being a very fit athlete, able to do chin-ups. I could outdo chin-ups, most men. And I could run and I could bike. I was very, very physically fit. But when all that was taken away one day on a mountain road by a road bike accident that flew me over the handlebars, and I landed on my face, and I flipped over and I broke my neck, and I messed everything up. I had to start from scratch. And I remember having to come back to the gym, square one. I couldn't even lift my arm up. I was that impaired. I couldn't even walk. I couldn't lift up a weight. So I know where people are at. I know what it's like to start all over again, even after a long time. And I also know the profound effect that medicine has had on many people's lives. A lifelong struggle with pharmaceuticals that have debilitated people, that have taken away their health. Yeah, pharmaceuticals take away your health. Yes, they take away your health. I stood in here with a gentleman not too long ago, and I was telling him about our one-day program that we're really hoping to get up and running. And he said, yeah, I'd be really interested. And he said, and he's looking at himself, he's overweight. He's not moving very well. He comes in here, though, all the time to lift weights. And he says, I've been on prednisone for a long time. And he said, it ruined me. He said, I gained all this weight, and prednisone, it makes your bones brittle. It's not a medication that is helpful. And that's the problem with the medical establishment. They give you all these pills and then they say, oh, we want you to lose weight. We want you to eat healthy. We want you to go to the gym, and it's an impossibility. So I get it. One of the things that we do here at this facility is we have a fitness coach. And that fitness coach works in conjunction with the doctor and me, the nurse, to develop a plan that is curtailed to exactly where you're at. We take in consideration your medications. We take in consideration where you've been, how much weight you need to lose or not. We take in consideration your the ability to even just get on the treadmill, to lift a weight, your pain level. And we also, yes, we even consider your mental health, because if this isn't on board with your body, and I know for me, I've had stumbling blocks with my mind, and I get depression, anxiety, apprehension. Depression is so debilitating. It prevents you from coming to a place like this. It prevents you from being consistent. It prevents you from being motivated to want to, you need to change, but you can't even get over that hurdle. I have been there with everything. I've been there with my bike accident, having to start from scratch, lost everything physically, lost everything, broken neck, couldn't even lift my arm up. I could only lift my arm up. I don't even know if you remember my videos where my arm was stuck. The pain was so debilitating. I was in so many pills, pain pills. I know. And then I remember laying by the wood stove the one morning and just asking the Lord to heal me. That's all I could do. And I went from here to up there. But then I still had to go to the gym and do the physical therapy. Oh, I've been through it. I've been in the stair machine with the brace on my neck and my face just with stitches, looking like a monster. And I knew I had to do it. And I've also had like mind things going on, like this treadmill here. I got to the point where I couldn't run on a treadmill anymore. Yeah, it was really weird. It was like a mind thing. I kept jumping off and jumping off. I couldn't do any speed work. It sounds weird. And then not too recently, I remember I was telling my friend, I said, don't think I'm weird, but man, I haven't been able to be on a treadmill for over a year. I keep trying to do my sprints, and I have to jump off, and I know it's like a mind block. And I just remember, I'm like, I guess the only way that I can get around this is Christ, who strengthens me. I have to have the mind of Christ. I have to be able to overcome. And I'm telling you, sometimes that's all we have. No, most of the times that's all we have. But if we don't have that center, if we don't have that strength through Christ, all of this doesn't work. And I remember being on this treadmill about 2 weeks ago, and I prayed mightily to the Lord, and I kept hopping off, and I'm like, I'm never going to be able to do this. And then I said, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I am now back on the treadmill running and sprinting, and it's because I prayed that prayer. So my friends, whatever it is that is stumbling you, is from preventing you from getting into a place like this. There's hope. There is hope. In this wonderful, beautiful facility, you work with the nurse, you work with the doctor, you work with the fitness instructor. And I'm going to tell you, you have to have a team. You have to have support. And it really has to be centered around God. You can go to any gym in the United States and you're not going to get that. And you will fail. Those New Year's Eve resolutions don't work because the people in the gym, and they know their stuff, but they don't know the rest of the story. They don't know the principles, the prescription plan of God. When you know the prescription plan of God, you know His methods. You know how He heals, and you know that He wants to heal you. Then you can start putting it all together. And then you can start. And there's great hope in that. So anyway, I wanted to show you this facility and encourage people that part of your success and your plan really is just trusting the Lord to get you out and get you moving